Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Oh, it's so good to be back with you. Well, here we are. It's Monday, the day of the moon, and the day when we do horoscopes. I was sitting here today looking at our big Zodiac wheel, and I so enjoy having this wheel. A lot of you have been following me for a while. You know about this wheel. This is an old ceramic Zodiac wheel. It dates from the 1960s, and I just love it, And as we look at the horoscopes, we can go through all the signs and, think about that. So, I want to say, first of all, before we get into everything, welcome to all the newbies. We've had a lot of new subscribers lately, and I want to welcome all of you. Thank you for being part of our channel. And I know there are some of you out there watching, and you're saying, oh, we love to come every week and have horoscopes, but you're not subscribers. Why don't you just hit subscribe? If you don't have a YouTube account, set one up. It's free. Be part of our channel. You can be more involved, and you can comment, have discussions, and it doesn't cost anything. And I would love for you to be part of our scene here. Speaking of our scene, a lot of you have been writing to me and saying how much you've enjoyed my books. A lot of you have been purchasing books on my website. I want to say thank you. Thanks for taking the time to purchase my books and to invest in your spiritual journey. I very much appreciate your support as well. And some of you have read and said, say about how do we get your books? Well, if you go over to my website, I'm going to put the link below at robert-hickman.com. The link will be in the info box below. I have a tab up at the top of the screen that says books or bookstore. I forget which, books or bookstore. If you click on that, that'll open up a window with my store. And you can see my books over there. And these are just a few of them. I have a number of books. This one is Messages from Rose. This is about my work as a psychic medium. We also have Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. We got some glare here. And this is about, my Wiccan journey. There's a lot of artwork in this one. And, a lot of you have been buying all of them. I also have Psychic Bob's Book of Magic Spells over there. We've got When Worlds Unite. All of my books are over there, so definitely check it out. So I'm going to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who've been telling me how much you're enjoying the books as well. Well, here we are, and it is Monday, and we're going to go through horoscopes. Now, for the new people, let me kind of explain how this works. Every Monday, I put together horoscopes. Just so you know, I do not take these from any other astrologer or astrology site. I study the transits and the ephemeris, and then I put together my interpretation. So these are unique to my channel, the Spirit channel, and you won't get them anywhere else. And I always say tune into horoscopes every week because it's a great way to get a kind of a little psychic snapshot, an overview of what's coming for the week. And then I also give individual horoscopes for the full week for every single zodiac sign. So you get a lot when you're here, and there's no charge for this, okay? And if you're somebody you've been waiting to get on messages from the spirit world, and you need some psychic help right now, horoscopes is a great way to get a little bit of direction for the week. And a lot of people have told me how much it's helped them, and they've been very grateful for it. And I love doing, astrology is a passion of mine. I'm into all those mystical things. I love spiritualism. I'm a medium and a little bit of an astrologer too. So we're gonna spin around our big wheel and see what is in the stars for you. All right. Now we're starting off today. Our moon, our sun, by the way, is right now in the sign of Libra. Isn't that wonderful? I love Libra. And Libra is an air sign. And it's interesting because we're starting off this week with our moon over in Gemini. Where's our Gemini here? Here's Gemini. Our moon is down here in Gemini, which is also an air sign. So we've got some really powerful air energy. It's going to open up communications and some inspiration and new ideas. Now, just so you know, by the way, these horoscopes and all the information in this video is going to be for a whole week. So we're starting it on Monday. So it's from Monday, October 9th, 2017 through Sunday, October 15th, 2017. So that's the date range for everything in this video, okay? So as I said, we're starting off the week with our sun in Libra and our moon in Gemini, powerful air energy. Now, even though that may inspire you, you might want to take today and do it more as a day of a contemplation. It's not going to be a great day to get a lot of activity done in the outer world because Mercury is square Pluto. This means that it will be hard to communicate, especially if you're trying to do a longer term project or get people to grasp your goals. Going to be some challenges today. Our moon is square Neptune, which also means that psychically you may be feeling a little jumbled. It may be hard to feel your inner emotions today. And then our sun is also square Pluto, which means that vision for long distance goals, long range plans is going to be a little blocked. So today there is a lot of inspiration with that air energy, but it's more like keep it within and just stay within, reflect, meditate, and as the inspirations come to you in the coming days, you'll be able to manifest that, okay? Because as we go into tomorrow, into Tuesday, which is October the 10th, we've got our Gemini, our moon still in Gemini, which is the air sign, and it happens to be trine Jupiter. Whenever Jupiter comes, it's powerful, powerful blessing. And interestingly, the planet of Jupiter is moving into Scorpio, and Scorpio is a water sign. So you can look for a sense of really trusting your inner voice tomorrow. There's a lot of power, a lot of blessing for going within and touching in on that inner knowing. Our moon is sextile Uranus tomorrow, which is again creativity. So we've got a lot of air energy, a lot of creative energy going on. Our moon tomorrow will be square Venus, and this is just probably one of the cautions of the day. It means that, you know, in terms of rapport with people, could be a little challenging. So kind of tomorrow, what you want to do is focus on in dealings with people, sticking to the facts. Don't get into personal discussions and don't let emotion overrule you. But there's a lot of energy to move forward, but you want to kind of do it from a place of inner wisdom, not so much verbose outer world energy. Keep it very simple, stick to the facts. You'll rock it, okay? Now, as we go into Wednesday this week, which is October the 11th, our moon is going to be in Cancer, and we've got our moon trine Neptune. This makes for a powerful day. That Cancer moon puts us in touch with our inner self, and that trine Neptune aspect really heightens psychic power. So Wednesday is your psychic day. You can go with your feelings, your gut, your emotions, your inner knowing. Let that lead you, and you'll be a success. As we go into Thursday, we still have that Cancer moon. But we're going to be square Mercury, okay? And what that means is communications may be blocked, okay? You may feel like you're trying to connect with people, but it's like there's a block, okay? Our moon is also square Uranus, which is a little bit of caution, because Uranus will tend to make, Uranus is sudden insight, inspiration, but being blocked, things may get stilted. You may have trouble in communicating. Thursday is really the day when you want to work on inner knowing and sit down and evaluate where your blocks are in relationships and make some effort to try to begin to open that door. Now, you won't get very far on Thursday, but what you will do is you will have the ability to clearly see what needs to be fixed and how to fix it. So you can trust that, and in the coming days, there'll be more power to open that. When we get into Friday, which is the 13th, Friday the 13th, don't be afraid. 13 is a lucky number, okay? Don't believe everybody tells you it's a curse day. It's a day of blessing, okay? We're going to have our moon move into Leo that day. That's a fire sign. But our moon is going to be square Jupiter. Now, Jupiter, in my experience, whenever it comes into the zodiac, it's a positive aspect. So don't let that put you off. But what it does mean is that blessings and success may be a little delayed. So Friday is going to be one of those days where you're going to have to be patient in your dealings, particularly in business dealings. But if you can take it slow and steady, even though you have that negative aspect with Jupiter, ultimately the good wins out for you, okay? When we go into Saturday, this is going to be a day where, again, it's a little bit like Thursday is this week. You want to think about friendships and relationships. The energy is very strong in that we have a Leo moon, which is fire charism. It means that you'll be able to, be inspirational people and people will inspire you. And we've got Venus, the planet Venus is moving into Libra, which really opens doors for friendship, okay? And then we've got our moon trine Saturn. And Saturn is the planet of wisdom. So what you're going to find this Saturday is that you're going to be drawn to people who are wise, and people will seek you out for your wisdom as well. So make it a day of wise communications. Make it a day of reflecting on, what you want to draw to your life in terms of friendship. And it's going to be a really good day to work on those friendship issues, okay? And, when we go into Sunday, we're going to have another shift here. Our moon, which has been in Leo, well, it'll be in Leo most of the day, but on Sunday evening it moves into Virgo. And Virgo is an earth energy, so we're going to start to see things get grounded down, a little more focused, okay? There's a lot of volatile emotional energy this week, and by Sunday you're going to really feel like things are more stable, okay? We've got our moon sextile Mercury that day, which is going to open up communications, and our moon is trine Jupiter, and that's a favorable aspect, meaning blessings. So there's a lot of energy to really see things get finalized. This may be a week where things kind of get put on delay and you have to work through it. Don't worry. By the time we get to Sunday, it's like everything gets resolved and it's favorable and it's blessed, okay? So there's a little psychic snapshot overview of this week, which is Monday, October 9th, 2017 through Sunday, October 15th, 2017. Now, we're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel, and we're going to look at all 12 zodiac signs. And so everybody listening, you're going to get your horoscope for the week. Now, if you don't know what sign you are, don't panic, because I'm going to give the birth date range after each sign, okay? So, our first sign, excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. When you talk all the time, it's hard to keep your voice. Our first sign is Aries, and Aries is March 21st to April 20th. Aries, this week, you want to think about getting things, setting things in motion, get things rolling. You're going to be very much in a leadership position this week, Aries, and you're going to find that people kind of are willing to listen and take orders. So step up to the plate, set things in motion. You're going to rock it, okay? You're going to find that in business that you get offered promotions this week and advancement opportunities. Definitely take them. In the area of relationships also, you're going to find that your potential partner or your current partner is really drawn to you. You have a very magnetic quality this week, Aries, and it's going to draw people to you, and it's going to give you a captive audience. Enjoy it while you got it, and move things forward in a positive direction. Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to travel. So if you've been feeling like you just got to get out on a plane somewhere, go ahead and go for it. Your key word this week, Aries, is stimulate. All right. Our next sign is Taurus, and that's April 21st to May 20th. Taurus, this week there's a lot of get up and go energy. But you have to be careful. You want to take things slow, because in terms of your personal power, it's going to not be till like the end of the week, till around Thursday, Friday, till you really start to feel like you can jump in and move things. This is going to be a week of patience, where you're going to have to sit back and kind of watch things, see how they unfold. As I said, we have a lot of interesting transits this week that are making some people a little flighty and a little stirred up. Your power is going to be in stillness, in solitude, meditation, and focus. You're going to find as we get to the end of the week that the ideas that you're seeing really are ready to be enacted. So if you've got a great plan for your work or your business, just hold on to it, let it sit till about Thursday, and then when you launch it, everybody will be ready for it. And then they'll say, oh, brilliant idea. Or if you do it on Monday, today, it's not going to fly. So just be patient. You're going to get through. Also highlighted for Taurus this week are issues connected to writing or creative writing. So if you've been wanting to, write a letter to somebody, or write a poem, or write a story, go ahead and be open to that, okay? A lot of creative energy for you. Your key word this week, Taurus, is patience. All right, our next sign is Gemini, and that's May 21st to June 20th. Geminis, you guys are really in psychic mode this week. Everything you do is tuning into spirit. So if you make spirit number one, this is where your success lies this week. You're going to find, particularly this week in Gemini and then work, that you're going to get a lot of premonitions about what's going on or what needs to go on. Trust your instincts and act accordingly with that. You're going to find in the area of relationships as well that you may be one step ahead of your partner. So, don't leave them behind. Try to keep them up to speed with you. Okay, communication is going to be very important. Communication between you and the spirit world as well as you and other people. Okay, so definitely, keep that channel going in a sense both ways, earth people and spirit people at the same time. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to art appreciation. So might be a good time to, go to a concert, go to a play, go to a museum or art gallery. Get out and connect to the creative process. Your key word this week, Gemini, is channel. Okay. Our next sign is Cancer, and that's June 21st to July 22nd. Cancers, you're in artist mode this week, and you're a little bit like the Geminis in that you're feeling like you're receiving inspiration from the spiritual world, and in a sense you really are. Cancers are going to find this week, particularly in the work area, that they have kind of artistic license to do what they want. So feel free, Cancer, to kind of step outside your box and do things a little differently. Do them the way you want rather than the way they've traditionally been done. This is going to open up a lot of doors for you and bring a lot of success, okay? You're also going to find in the area of relationships that, the energy that you're putting into it comes back to you. So if you want to move a relationship forward right now, really just kind of put that creative energy into that relationship, have fun with it, and you're going to grow it in a way that's really beautiful, okay? Also highlighted for Cancers this week are issues connected to domesticity. So if you've been wanting to kind of redecorate your home, maybe take a cooking class, learn some home economic things, good week for that. Nurture your home, okay? Your key word this week, Cancer, is create, okay? Our next sign is Leo, and that's July 23rd to August 22nd. Leos, you are artisans also. You're carrying a little bit of that Cancer energy, and that this week is about building connections with people. Leos are going to find that they're able to kind of scale the wall, so to speak. And if you've got some areas in your business life and personal where you feel like some walls have gone up and you're having a little problem with communicating or getting through to people, go ahead and revisit it this week. There's a lot of power here. This air energy and this fire stimulate a lot of growth for you. I do believe that by the end of the week, as we get into Sunday, Leos will see that they've accomplished their goals this week. So definitely take advantage of the energy that's present. Take advantage of the timing. You're in a good place for a lot of power and a lot of resolution this week. Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to long-term finance. So if you've been wanting to kind of, get some money stuff going and work that out, put some emphasis on that as well. Your key word this week, Leo, is build. All right. Our next sign is Virgo, and that's August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgos, this week, it's going to be a little challenging for you because you're going to be wanting to kind of get in and kind of reorganize things. But the timing is not right. So in terms of work, you're going to have to sit back and watch everybody kind of make things a little bit of a mess, and then you'll get to come in and fix it. Now, I know you're going to say, but Bob, why can't I stop it before it goes somewhere? It won't work, okay? Energetically, Virgos this week have to practice patience. Now, as we get later in the week, around the weekend, that earth energy does start to be more predominant, and you'll be able to kind of get a grasp of things. Virgo, this week really for you is more about watching how other people do stuff or don't do stuff, and so that you know what needs to be done. And actually, you'll find that by waiting to jump in and change things, that you'll actually get things done in a better way with less effort, actually. So just sit back for now and watch things. Your key word this week, Virgo, one other thing, sorry. I'm jumping ahead here. The other thing that is also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to spiritual retreats, spirituality. This is a good time to get away and, go to a Zen monastery or have a spiritual retreat. Your key word this week, Virgo, is poise. Okay. Our next sign is Libra, and that's September 23rd to October 22nd. Libras, there's a lot of high power this week, but Libras need to kind of retreat this week. This is going to be a week of rest and relaxation. Libras, you'll actually find that you get ahead in work, actually, and in relationships through a little withdrawal, a little bit of backing off right now. Libras, a lot of people are going to seek you out for your spiritual wisdom, for your friendship. And I think you want to put your energy this week really on just being present for those who come to you. It's not a big week for Libras to jump into the outer world and try to be dynamic. Though the energy is present here at the beginning of the week with the, a lot of this air energy, your energy is more interior, okay? So practice receiving those who come to you and let that inner wisdom be the power this week, okay? This is really going to be the same in business and in relationships for you both, okay? Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to creative drawing, like drawing business drawing, like drawing plans, drawing marketing materials, things like that. So be open to that creative process in a business sense, all right? Your key word this week, Libra, is rest. Rest, okay. Our next sign is Scorpio, and that's October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpios, this week, there's a lot of people talking, but don't jump into the conversation. Sit back and listen to what's being said. What you're going to find is that a lot of people are going to start coming to you wanting you to kind of sort things out. But if you jump in right away, there's going to be a lot of mixed signals. In the work area, try to stay in the background as much as you can just for this week, because you'll find that if you can wait, when the timing's right, people will finally hear you and you won't have to kind of push any agendas. In the area of relationships, also Scorpio this week, what you want to think about is trying to hear what your partner wants to say. Scorpios sometimes go so deep within themselves that they're a little challenged to remember that somebody else has a voice too. And so this week you want to practice letting your voice be a little more still and let the other people's voices come into you and evaluate what they're saying and what they need. You're going to find that you're a great nurturer this week, that people are drawn to you because of your compassion and your wisdom, and this will be your reigning trait and activity really for this week. So in business, stay silent, and in love, stay silent, at least a little bit, okay? Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to technology. So it's a good week to explore maybe a new computer or taking a class on programming, Be open to the technical stuff this week. It's going to be fun and fascinating. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is listen. Okay. Our next sign is Sagittarius, and that's November 22nd to December 21st. Sagittarius, you are going to find this week that it's literally like the spirit wants to talk through you. There's going to be a lot of wisdom that you impart this week. Be open to sharing your concepts, sharing your ideas. In the work area, you're going to find yourself kind of drawn more into a leadership role. So people are going to be listening. You're going to have a captive audience. So make sure to communicate clearly and slowly and get your ideas across. You're going to find in relationships as well that this is going to be a very good week to kind of, get an understanding of where you are and where you're going in your relationships. And if you're a single Sagittarius, definitely a week for flirtation and chatting up people, okay? Overall this week, Sagittarius, what you want to really focus on is, in a sense, it's like you're very much like the Geminis this week. It's kind of like spirits channeling through you. So be open to that process of sharing the thoughts, sharing the words, getting the ideas across, and you'll start an open dialogue with a lot of people. Also highlighted for Sagittarius this week are issues connected to the occult. So if you've been wanting to study spiritualism or astrology, wonderful time for that. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is communicate. All right. Our next sign is Capricorn. That's December 22nd to January 19th. You know, Capricorns, you may see people around you hesitating. You may be in a situation where it's like you want to say, all right, let's get things going, because it seems that people around Capricorns this week are kind of all talk but no action. And Capricorn, you're the natural leader, so you want to just jump into those conversations and just say, everybody get to stepping, everybody get going. You know, be kind of the boss, be a little pushy this week, because what you're going to do is you're going to help people awaken from their transients. There are a lot of people around, you guys are around Capricorns who are a little dreamy. And Capricorn, you have a way to ground it down and make things go. And work, I don't want to say be a tyrant, but you definitely want to encourage people to go beyond their comfort zone, okay? And you'll find that your leadership skills helps them to do that, and they'll be better for it. In the area of relationships, also Capricorn, you may find that people in your personal life, that you may find that they're kind of like the co-workers, they're just all talk and no action. And in emotional side of life, you want to kind of help people get focused as well and move them along towards being with you or not being with you, either way. So it's a good week for Capricorns to focus on interpersonal relationships as well. Also highlighted for Capricorns this week are issues connected to financial goals and financial investments. Particularly, it looks like related to like property, like buying a house or buying land, real estate. So it's a good time to go back and visit that issue as well. Your key word this week, Capricorn, is challenge. Challenge those around you to be the best they can be. All right, our next sign is Aquarius. Yay, Aquarius power. I'm a little biased. I'm an Aquarius. But when I write these horoscopes, I forget that I'm an Aquarius because I look at it just what do the stars say. So I don't make the horoscopes good for Aquarius better than other people. Somebody said, well, do you write the Aquarius horoscope, a little more better than the other ones? You give more attention to? No, I treat them all the same because, the stars are there, the planets are there, they don't lie. So Aquarius, interesting, this week, this air energy at the beginning of the week is stimulating you. Lot of social activity around Aquarius. This is a great time to build bridges with people. It's a great time to open doors of friendship, communication. Aquarius, you really are the natural kind of friend of the Zodiac. You and the Libras make the most, friends of everybody. And so this week you want to be open to that communication that leads to strong bonds with people. You're going to find in work as well as in personal relationships that it's easy. It's easy to get along with people, and you're going to see things move forward in an easy way. But you're going to have to be the person to kind of get that going because you're bringing the power of the inspiration to the situation, okay? So definitely be out there, be present, and be a friend to the whole world, okay? Also highlighted for Aquarius this week are issues connected to writing, particularly like letter writing, reaching out to old friends and building connections. So definitely be open to that. And, it's interesting. I saw somebody the other day talking on a talk show, and they're saying, when was the last time anybody actually bought custom-made stationery and hand wrote a letter? And I used to, back years ago when I was younger, I used to love that. I used to have custom-made stationery. I used to shop at Neiman Marcus, not that I'm endorsing them, but they used to make the most beautiful stationery back in the day. And it was a real luxury. And so I would treat myself to custom-made stationery. I haven't done that in over 20 years, I think. So anyways, this is a time for Aquarius. Think about, maybe you want to do that. Hand write a letter with practice your penmanship. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is friendship. All right, our next sign is Pisces. Last but not least. Okay. Pisces is February 19th to March 20th. Pisces this week is going to be, well, let me put it this way. It's going to be a real big challenge unless you do one thing, and that is create a structure for yourself this week. Pisces will find that everybody around them is kind of unfocused, running around a little scattered. And as a Pisces, you're going to feel like you're swimming in a sea that's like in a turbulence. So what you want to do is create a structure, make a schedule, literally get a schedule book and write down every part of your day and then stick to it. If you do this some work, you're going to find that you keep your work on target and you keep on schedule, because people around you may not be up to the task this week of kind of meeting you halfway, and you're going to have to plunge forward without a lot of support. Now don't worry, it's not an issue of people being hostile, it's just an issue of people being unfocused. So if you create your schedule and you stick to it, you're going to rock it. In the area of interpersonal relationships this week, think of, and this is going to sound funny, but think of like personal events as almost like business events. You're going to have to put them on your calendar, because if you don't put them on the calendar, they won't manifest. It's like, so you double check, you say, you call up your friend, you say, all right, we're definitely going to dinner and the movies this week, okay? And we're doing it on Tuesday night, and I'll pick you up at 7 o'clock. Like, be very specific in your details. And that way you'll get the people around you into the routine. Life will be a lot smoother for you, okay? Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to the arts as well. So it's a good time for you, Pisces, to go to a gallery and get re-inspired. Maybe pick up a brush or buy some modeling clay. Get into the arts. It will ground you and bless you, and you'll be a great inspiration to many people. And you yourself will be inspired, okay? Your key word this week, Pisces, is routine. I know it sounds a little boring, but trust me, you'll be glad you did it. Routine, okay? Oh my gosh, guys. Well, look, there we are. We spun around the big zodiac wheel. Isn't that wonderful? We covered all 12 signs. Now listen, let me tell you, and I say it all the time, but it's true. When you're in a time of struggle in your life, don't give in to despair. Just pause and look to the stars. Above us, the stars spin through the zodiac. And every day they bring a new blessing, a new opportunity, a new sign, a new inspiration. So if you feel overwhelmed, as I said, don't give in to despair. Let the stars guide you. Let them be your friends. The stars don't control us nor compel us. They are allies on the journey. And so let the stars be your journey. Be your friends on the journey. How you like my new star? I had to bring that. I thought that was pretty, it's a sparkly star. Isn't that great? So, there you go. And remember, as I always say, keep faith, hope, and love in your heart. And with you work with the stars, you'll be blessed. Guys, I'm so glad you're here today. Listen, I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking time to sit through this video. And I hope you've learned some things today. And listen, if you want to help me out, like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. We have a lot of fun here at Spirit Channel. At least I have a lot of fun. I think some of you have fun too. Anyways, tell me in the box below, what's your zodiac sign? Back in the 70s when people want to hit on each other, they'd go to a bar and they go, hey baby, what's your sign? And usually people wore giant zodiac medallions. It was really something. I lived through that era. I can tell you it really is true. You see them parody it in shows nowadays, but it really was like that. You go to the disco with your big, medallion on and big gold chain, your shirt open. Hey baby, what's your sign? Song challenging you today. Hey baby, what's your sign? Tell me in the box below. You guys are great. Thanks for being here. I love you. Listen, keep it here. We got more coming. Tomorrow's Tuesday, and that means time for messages from the spirit realm. For our new people, that's where I gather a bunch of letters and I answer psychic questions and do mini psychic readings. So definitely be here for that. You don't want to miss it. Guys, thanks for being here. We'll see you here tomorrow. And until then, may you always blessed be.